Well, thanks for joining me in the outside. Yes, I actually do come outside. Such a nice day in Wisconsin today on Memorial Day weekend. Neighborhood's kind of quiet, which is what I like, and the weather is beautiful. It's like 70 or 75 with a slight breeze, low humidity, really nice. So I decided I'd come outside, toss down a table, and work on this Lionel RDC number 400. I've also got another one to work on. Might do a second video on that, but I've got kind of a crazy idea to potentially lay down a temporary track with tubular track in the driveway. So that's something that's kind of crazy that I haven't done before, but we'll give it a shot, hopefully. So let's get digging into this thing, and we'll get it ready for the track. Okay, let's get working on this engine. Alright, might have some people walk by. There's a lot of walkers in the neighborhood usually, but I think this would be kind of fun to do something like this. Let's take a look at this engine first. Man, this thing is just in really nice overall condition. I'm really happy with it. Let's see here. Looks like we got mainly some flathead screws. Might see some cars drive by. Kind of fun stuff. Alright, I suppose I should have some sort of protective cloth on or something, but I don't want to deal with it right now. Alright, let's put that over there. One thing Lionel does is they make their engines like easy to manufacture, so there's usually only one or two screws that hold the body to the frame, and from a repair perspective, I kind of like that. Alright, let's see here. Wow, talk about easy. Alright, let's take a look at that. People are in there really nice. This thing looks good. Excellent. Well, we've got a little light shield blocking the light. That's cool. Oh, that's neat. I didn't realize that. If that thing were easier to take off, I'd take it off and clean it, but it's kind of formed with the plastic in there, but that would be cool if I could clean that, but hey, that is what it is. Alright, let's see here. We got 3 bulbs that need a little cleaning. Pop those guys out, hopefully. We got a little bit of surface corrosion on the lamps, but hey, it is what it is. There's no corrosion in the battery tray here, which is nice. So a battery was not left in here. Hear lots of birds. So yeah, this thing's good, and the contact is like new, so that's good. Got our horn here. We'll have to test that out. I have to get a battery. I didn't even think of that. But this is the main thing I'm looking at, the power truck. Kind of interesting design. I haven't worked on one of these before. A little different. Okay, so we got a screw holding it in. I should be able to loosen that screw and that'll come out. This is where it pays to have the right screwdriver for the screw. There it is. Okay, good. We got some thick grease, but it's not super solid grease, so that's good. Motor turns nice. Has a little bit up and down play, but I don't have really any shims, so I guess I'm not fixing that. We'll pop that apart, though. Okay. Definitely a little gummy. But let's see if we can pop this plate off. I'm not sure how this is manufactured. The side frames are going to come with it, which is fine. Let's check it out here. It's kind of cool sitting out here listening to lawnmowers and the birds. Piece of cake. Nice, this is really serviceable. I like it a lot. Hasn't been used and abused. Looks like the centerpiece might... Yep, the centerpiece will lift right off. This is great. Alright, let me grab a paper towel here and I'll be right back. Alright, since we're outside, we'll use the blue towels from the garage. And let's see here. Let's wipe this guy out a little bit. This thing hasn't been over lubricated. Doesn't look like it's been run to death, which is good. Now, do I have to get all the lubrication out of here? No. There's nothing running on this surface. It's just nice to have stuff clean. Okay. Looks pretty good. Oh, got some lubrication up top here. Old grease. Okay, that looks good. Let's check out this bad boy. Let's see if we can lift this up. I'm guessing we're going to be able to lift this gear up. Yeah, there she goes. Okay, there's that gear set. Okay. Also, since I'm out here, I can just grab some brake clean or something and hose this. Alright, people doing some weed whacking. Okay, we got some gumminess here. Clean this up. If I were in the basement, I'd probably just put this in the ultrasonic cleaner, but not that big a deal. Don't remember when this was made, but I know it was the first model of the RDC that they did. So it's quite old. As I was saying, I could just put oil on here and it would work good. But we should probably try to clean it up a little more. There we go, that's looking much better. Let's get that gear over here. Trying to get all the old grease off I can, so it doesn't cause an issue later. Yeah, mosquito time, I suppose. I didn't even think of that. Oh well. Part of living in the Northwoods, or maybe anywhere. Okay, let's get some oil in there. I might have to get a different oiler, or I'll sneak some oil down here. That's what I'll do. Just put an extra goober on here. Let's get it down to the axle. Put some on this pivot here. Oh yeah, that really helped out. Now these are pretty heavy duty gears, and I'm not running this thing continuously, so you don't have to put lubrication on the gears per se. It's not under a lot of load. I might put a little bit on here. I'll definitely put lubrication on the gears for the center gear there. That's very important. Alright, let's get this thing over here. Yeah, that works great. Let's take a look at this guy. Alright, let's get the extra lubricant out of here. Yeah, that's some thick, nasty stuff. Hopefully I don't get totally eaten up by mosquitoes before I'm done. That would suck. Very carefully pull this up because we've got a wire attached to there as well. Don't want it to go flying, don't want to lose brushes or anything. Oh yeah, whoa, that needs a good cleaning. Wow. Okay, yeah, that's got a bushing in it. Alright. Guess I just didn't realize it before. Clean these tubes out a little bit here. without breaking the spring. They're not too bad. Yeah, that sucker's definitely been over-oiled at one point. Better over-oiled than under-oiled. Brush is looking good condition. Okay, that looks good. I don't see any washers on this end. Oh, we got a circlip. Alright. I was wondering why we wasn't pulling off here. Very carefully pull this circlip off here, and hopefully it does not go flying. It doesn't. Good. We might have a washer on the underside here. Yep, several. Alright. Takes up the end gap there. Okay, so we got a thin washer. There's a thick washer here. Oh, it's got a bulb. Wow, look at that. I've seen this before, or I've seen it in a book before, but I just didn't think I'd see it. Little ball bearing there. That's cool. That's really cool. Let's try to get that other washer down here. There we go. Beautiful, and there is a washer down in there, and I'm going to leave that there. And we got the other ball bearing on this end. Alright, so we'll carefully pull that off. Set it down there, and wipe this guy up. Carefully get the grease out of the grooves. A little bit of pitting on there, but that's okay. Pitting's just from the grease attracting the moisture, or holding the moisture, I should say. That looks a lot better. Just a little bit of cleaning will probably work just fine. There's a little bit of gunk in the slots here. So be very careful getting it out. Not causing any burrs or anything. Yeah, there's hardly anything in there. Alright, I'm going to clean this up too. But yeah, everything looks really good, all things considered. Okay. Okay, man. Hardly any work required at all. This thing's probably hardly been run. A little bit of Scotch-Brite, and there's a ton of different ways to clean these, but they all have their merits, they all have their negatives. But yeah, that's it. It's clean. So this thing isn't pitted. Really good condition. I'm very happy with this. Should be a good runner. Okay, we are looking very nice. Very nice indeed. Alright, there's a car that goes driving by. Let's see, let's clean up these washers on the bottom thrust bearing here. Get a little rubbing alcohol. Huh, got some sunshine coming in through the trees. That's cool. Hopefully it doesn't kill the camera exposure. I should have one more thrust washer. Ah, there it is. Good. I was getting a little worried. Okay, we got a thrust washer here. Got a bearing that was down like that. We'll just put a little bit of lubricant on that side. A little bit on this side. Thrust washer in there. I'm going to put some lubricant in there. Most of it get pushed out, but that's okay. Put a little bit right here. So we got thrust washer. Thrust bearing. I might be assembling this backwards, but that's okay. It's not the end of the world. It's only a toy. Thrust washer. And clip. There we go, there's the recess. Get this back in here. Perfect. Beautiful. Alright. I'm going to try. I saw somebody assemble this without bending these clips out of the way and the springs and everything, so if the brushes will stay in place, I'll end up putting it on like that. But I'll put a little bit of lubricant in the bushing here. Remember, I don't want too much. I don't want to get any lubricant on the armature plate. So let's set this in place. That should work, actually. Rotate them around, hopefully get them to lock in. And we'll try assembling it upside down. That looks like it'll work. If I don't have to bend something out of the way, all the better. Beautiful. Yeah, that looks good. One brush seemed a little higher than the other one. I wonder if it's just worn or something. One's more worn than the other one. Not sure. Okay, good. Let's put those screws back in before I accidentally pop it apart or something. Nice drone of lawnmower in the background. Considering he's several houses down, I can't really control my neighbors. But that's okay. Not too tight, we don't want to crack the cover. Put a little bit of oil on here. A little bit on here. There we go. Perfect. Yeah. That end plays plenty good. Especially now that I know how it's built. Okay, let's bring this over. Bring this and this over. Grab some of my generic grease. Doesn't really matter what you do, as long as you use grease. That's the main takeaway. Alright. So we'll slather some on here. Just want a thorough coating. This is definitely a high shearing surface, so there's going to be a lot of need for grease on that. And we'll assemble it. Clean off the shaft on the end. We'll just put a little bit of oil on the end here. As long as I can rotate it around, we'll just do it like this. I like this setup. It's pretty nice. Magnet traction. I guess we'll put a little bit of grease on here. It's not going to hurt anything. Unless it gets all full of stuff. Not too much, though. There we go. Alright, so... the rotating surface is on this side. Looks like we could use just a little bit of grease on the underside here, so it can rotate smoothly. Oh, we got this to assemble too. I kind of forgot about that. And goes like that. Okay. That makes sense. Alright, let's see. That was this guy. Surprisingly, I remember what screw goes in there. Okay. I guess we'll just put a little bit of grease on here. And that ought to do it. A little bit on the base of the motor here. Just a thin film. Alright, now we need the longer screw here. Very careful when you're putting this in so you don't cross-thread it and mess up your motor. Perfect. Alright, well, I don't have a D-cell battery. Yeah, all we got is a C. It'll be enough to activate the horn. We'll have to get a D-cell. Alright. Light bulbs, light bulbs. This is why you clean your light bulbs. So everything will look so much better when they're on. Better, brighter. It's the little things that make a big difference. They all add up. Of course, we're not going to be able to see it outside today, but hey, at least it'll be ready. Alright. That looks pretty good. Let's see if we can test the horn here. Probably do an adjustment on it. Okay, so we got one connection on the bracket here. Yep, and then his bracket is isolated on the frame, and then one connection on the frame. Hold this together with my fingers and activate the horn, hopefully. And activate the horn, hopefully. I'm not hearing anything. Not even a click. Let's see. Make sure we got a good connection here. Well, this should certainly be a good connection. This is right on the frame. Might matter what way I put it in, but I don't think so. Should hear something at least. Turn it around. Let's see if I can feel anything. I'm not getting anything. So it goes here. And then we got the base of it here. So that'll make a difference. Okay. Horn does work. And it sounds pretty good. I'm not even going to adjust it. Alright, let's... Oh, these sockets are a little corroded. Lights may or may not work. We'll run about the shell on first. Let's give it a shot. Oh, yeah, they're working. Okay, so the reverse unit doesn't seem to be doing much, but that's understandable. It's probably all gummed up. Okay, I didn't have it energized. All right. Really easy to tell if it's energized. There's that little electrical contact. This has to be down and covering that for it to activate. All right, let's try it. Bonk. I'm sure the wheels could use some cleaning too. Let's put that over here. Make sure we don't run off the track. Look at that beauty go. I would say that's a success. Let's put the, I'm not even going to mess with cleaning the reverse unit because, let's see, where's the drum on it? Oh, it's at the bottom. Can I see it? Well, it's, the car's working good. I'm not going to mess with it right now. Probably could use a service, but I'm not going to bother. I don't see where either of these is really forward or backward. I think the car is equal front or back. So I'm going to say it doesn't matter. Oh, got some lubricant there. There we go. Alright, let's put these screws on and call it a night. Okay, let's try it out. Alright, there we go. That looks pretty good. Well, the old RDC1 is ready to go, and it should last another good long time. I wanted to say thanks for watching, and be sure to check out the rest of the channel.